Hello everyone and welcome to Community Care Channel. Imagine living a moment over and over again. It's a scary moment, a dangerous moment. You can't escape it. It's like being trapped in a nightmare. This is what it can feel like to live with PTSD. Post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, is a real medical condition. It affects the brain and the body. PTSD can make you feel afraid, even when you are safe. It can keep you from living your life to the fullest. But there is hope. People can and do recover from PTSD. With the right help and support, you can move on from trauma, you can heal. Remember, you are not alone, and you don't have to stay trapped in the past. PTSD is not just about having bad memories, it's about how your brain and body hold on to those memories. A traumatic event can change how you respond to stress and fear. PTSD can be caused by many things. You might experience it after a car accident, a natural disaster, or physical assault. Witnessing violence or experiencing abuse can also lead to PTSD. Symptoms of PTSD can vary. You might have nightmares or flashbacks. Some people feel constantly on edge, easily startled. Others avoid anything that reminds them of the trauma. It's important to remember that PTSD is not a sign of weakness. It's a normal reaction to an abnormal event. Your brain is trying to protect you. PTSD doesn't discriminate. It can affect anyone, regardless of age, gender, or background. First responders, military personnel, and survivors of violence are especially vulnerable. Statistics show that millions of people around the world live with PTSD. In the United States alone, it is estimated that 1 in 13 people will develop PTSD in their lifetime. These numbers are important. They show us that PTSD is a serious public health issue. But more importantly, they remind us that we are not alone. If you are struggling with PTSD, remember that you are not alone in this journey. Many others understand what you are going through. Section 4. The Path to Healing. Finding what works for you. Recovery from PTSD is possible. There are many paths to healing, and what works best for you might be different from what works for someone else. Therapy is often the first step. Talking to a therapist trained in trauma can help you process your experience and develop coping skills. There are different types of therapy, such as cognitive behavioral therapy and eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, that have been proven effective for PTSD. Taking care of yourself is essential. Eating healthy, exercising regularly, and getting enough sleep can make a big difference in managing PTSD symptoms. Finding ways to relax and manage stress, like meditation or spending time in nature, is also important. Medication can also be helpful in managing some of the symptoms of PTSD, such as anxiety and insomnia. Your doctor can talk to you about whether medication is right for you. Section 5. New Horizons of Hope. Emerging treatments for PTSD. As we learn more about the brain, new and promising treatments for PTSD are emerging. Research is ongoing in areas like psychedelic-assisted therapy, neurofeedback, and virtual reality-based therapies. Psychedelic-assisted therapy involves the use of substances like MDMA or psilocybin in a controlled therapeutic setting. Early studies suggest that these substances may help people with PTSD process trauma and reduce fear responses. Neurofeedback is a type of biofeedback that allows you to see your brain activity in real time. This can help you learn to regulate your brain waves and manage symptoms like anxiety and hyperarousal. VR therapy involves using virtual reality technology to create immersive experiences that help people confront and process traumatic memories in a safe and controlled environment. While these therapies are still in the early stages of research, they offer hope for new and more effective ways to treat PTSD in the future. Section 6. Breaking Free, a Future Beyond Trauma. Living with PTSD can make you feel like you are just surviving, not truly living. But remember, healing is possible. You can break free from the grip of trauma and create a brighter future for yourself. The first step is reaching out for help. Talk to a doctor, therapist, or trusted friend or family member. There are also many resources available online and in your community. Joining a support group can connect you with others who understand what you are going through. Sharing your story and hearing from others can provide a sense of hope and community. Recovery from PTSD is a journey, not a destination. There will be good days and bad days. But with each step you take towards healing, you are moving closer to a life free from the chains of trauma. Remember, you are not alone, and you are stronger than you think.